Hey guys, Mark here, Reigning Warriors for Christ. Welcome back. Folks, I have a brief message for my brothers and sisters out here that you may be on your cusp right now, on the cusp of your breakthrough. And I want to bring this message to you guys to keep your radar up on these kinds of things that the enemy tries to do because he wants to derail you from experiencing the breakthrough that you have, that you're on the brink of having. But before we get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to all the new subscribers who joined the family. I say welcome. I love you guys with the love of the Lord. And if you just happen to have landed on this channel, this message speaks to you, give it a like, a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, join the family. Folks, let's go ahead and get into this message. You know, folks, right now we just entered in 2024, and I believe that many people are right there on the cusp of a major breakthrough. You probably came out of a very challenging season in 2023. I know the last part of 2023 has been, was really, I know for myself, had been fairly challenging. But God has brought us through, and now we're entering in 2024. We've entered in 2024. But I believe the Lord wants us to keep these things ahead of us, or should I say in front of us, so that we receive the, I'll call it, the major blessing and breakthrough that God has for us. Usually, folks, when you're right on the cusp of your breakthrough, the devil increases his activity to see how he can try to get you to fall or get you into something that's displeasing to the Lord. That's when he ramps up his attack. And that, folks, should be a sign to you that you're really close to breaking through. Some of the things that you keep in mind, I'm just going to throw these just, out there real quick. Beware of getting into bitterness, resentment, envy, jealousy, strife, anger, or folks where you've been waiting for something for a long period of time and you've been experiencing some type of delay, that now you start murmuring and complaining, to others and maybe even to the Lord, that about how you feel, but this is like starting to consume or build up in your heart. Beware of I'll call it the petty arguments that the enemy may try to start up between you and somebody else. Could be a coworker at work, could be with your friends, family, all kinds of different things that the enemy will try to do to try to see if he can get you to be angry or have a hardness of heart towards another person, whether it be inside or outside the kingdom. But he's trying to derail you, folks. He's trying to derail me. And this is something that the Lord has really, I call it, put it on my radar, so that we don't get baited and fall into a snare or a trap that the devil is trying to get us to fall for, by trying to stir up this, I'll call it, nonsense against another. You can always tell when the enemy is active. And the closer that you are to your breakthrough, the more that you're going to start seeing different, I call them gnats, that pop up. People start acting out of character. Becoming annoyed. All these things, what he's trying to do is to try to see if he can get anger or bitterness in your heart, or to hold something against somebody, or to start bad-mouthing somebody, or engaging in gossip. He's trying all these different things, rapid fire, to see which one will you fall for. And the Lord wants us to be, aware of these things so that we don't get baited and fall for this trap that the enemy's trying to lay out there. We've got to continue to walk in the love of God. And what I encourage my brothers to do is maybe to read 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 through 8 on a regular basis. I know that I haven't done that, but I think I'm going to start doing that myself to walk in the love of God. Because I believe that if we're walking in the way of 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 through 8, we won't fall for any of these things that I've listed. And there are other things too that the enemy will try. But we won't fall for it if we're walking according to 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 through 8. That's walking in the love of God. So I encourage my brothers and sisters to keep your radar up. You're about to break through. You're about to break through. I know it's been tough. It's been hard. It was a hard season in 2023. And now we're in 2024 and you've weathered that storm. And now you're, on the cusp of receiving what God has for you. But don't be surprised if I call it little flares and little gnats, where the enemy tries to stir other people up around you to see if he can get you to fall into some of this stuff, get you angry, get you mad at somebody, get you holding a grudge, backbiting or gossiping or murmuring against somebody, or complaining. Hold your peace, folks. Hold your peace and stand in the love of God. If this message speaks to you, give it a like, a thumbs up, hit subscribe button. Jesus loves us, only wants the best for us. And the Lord is just helping us because he wants us to break through, folks. The Lord has an awesome plan for all of us, and he wants us to receive all that he has for us. But the enemy's out there trying the best he can to see if he can block us. Let it not happen by falling for his tricks. Share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment. See you next video.